Okay, everybody, Christopher Leon Johnson here. So I'm here at City Hall Park, here for the Jessica Ramos campaign launch for mayor. So basically, she's running for mayor against Eric Adams and various other characters in the city politics. And one of those characters' name is Zelno Myrie. Yesterday I was doing a video, but the video got so I think it got over the top. I just deleted it, so I didn't want to say anything. But I'm here. I'm at the campaign launch. I knew it was gonna happen at 10 o'clock. So I'm press, by the way. I am media, but let's keep that clear. But yeah, so you over here, you have the Street Vendor Project. You have Street Vendors Project. You have oh shit, I almost dropped my hand fucking cord. Street Vendor Project. You have Make the Road New York. You have, it's a good amount of characters here. Her son, there's a boyfriend. You have Teamsters here. So there.
Like a sign?
Launch for mayor.
We're here, you did it.
So. One thing I'll make is that one thing I'll say is that I spoke to Astrid, and I told her, I said, look, you know, people might criticize Ramos for working for Hiram Montserrat, while at the same time, Catalina Cruz she lives in the same district as Ramos. She's technically serving the same district as Ramos, and she said that. And I told her, I said, look, you know, there's someone in her district that supports Catalina Cruz, while at the same time backs up Hiram Montserrat. So I made that clear. New York City network of worker cooperatives. So it's a lot of the nonprofits that supports her. You know what I mean? All these organizations that supports Ramos and stuff like that. Let's make that clear. This is a good amount. To be honest with you, a lot of these organizations, they back Pander. They back Brad Pander. But going forward, before this starts, and I don't care how people take it, that people might criticize Ramos for working for Hiram Montserrat, but while at the same time, that there's a certain person that lives in Jackson Heights, that hates Ramos' guts, while at the same time brags about what Catalina Cruz did during the pandemic. And like I said, it's sad that people passed away during the pandemic. It was a sad 3 years, but few years, but you know, look at the shit that Catalina Cruz doing now. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. Look at what she's doing now. She's hell-bent on destroying the city of New York for her people. But again, at Ramos for supporting prostitution, which is kind of ironic, where Catalina Cruz said the same thing. But nobody want to call Catalina Cruz out, but I'll call her out. Make that clear.
Behind the podium at this point, because we're just trying to make that. Oh, all right. Whatever you need. Thank you. Behind the podium. Yeah, behind the podium. Way front. Hey, how are you? Yeah, this is Michelle. She works for the center. Yeah, I think so. Oh, okay. I know. It'll be
So I'm in my personal capacity, and like I said,
like website, yeah.
like I said, there's gonna be a few people that, like I said, I know who they are. I told Ashton, I said, look, you know, there's a certain person in the district that hates Ramos guts. She hates Ramos to the core, but while at the same time, she defends Kelly the Cruz, who I think she's going to back up Zelno Myrie, which is kind of funny because Cruz, on the other hand, she has her friend, oh, that's my best friend and shit like that, but she's back in Hiram. She's a known Philly for Hiram, so. So today's the 14th. It's past 10 o'clock. I think he's on the right side. Sorry. But like I said, guys, like it's just a lot of. Ramos for mayor.
Don't worry, I got the one in the back.
You got it?
Yeah, back there. Thank you.
So, yeah. But there's not a lot of people out here. So you got Street Builder Project, Downtown with the Change. Think you have, like I said, a lot of these organizations, they're going to back Pander. They're going to back Brad Pander. So let's keep that real. Because Brad, they are scared of Pander. A lot of those organizations are real corrupt. And they know that Brad's controller, and all you got to do is audit them and block their funding. There's a wrap for a lot of these, like Worker Justice Project and Make the Road New York and all these they are screwed. So they're not gonna come out. I don't think they're not coming out here, and I don't blame them. You know what I'm saying? They can't. They're not shaking the dice. Okay. I wouldn't shake the dice. So yeah, Street Builder Project here. Yeah, Downtown with the Change. Like I said, don't be. They're not shaking the dice. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. Yeah. At the end of the day, I gotta go somewhere for 3 o'clock. Put some people up. Like I said, there's not a lot of people out here. Like I said, I think she sort of expect a lot of the non-profits to back her, but they're not. I don't think so, because they scared of like Brad Pander. They are scared of Pander. Pander, like I said, he's the controller, and he know the organizations that a lot of people want audited, like Worker Justice Project, Make the Road, Vocal New York. All these organizations, they don't want to get audited, so that's what they fear. That's what they're scared of. Sorry.
I used to work with a guy who was in charge before. That used to be my office, actually, right there in that corner. And so now because I disagree with the man who has the job, I want him to get fired.
We're okay with that.
Better view.
You want to line up back there?
Like I said, Transalt, they're not coming out for this. Street Pack, they're not gonna come out. They're scared. They are legit scared. I don't blame them, because that's what they get. And like I said, guys, Hiram Montserrat. People might, like I said, people go to get up for Hiram Montserrat ties, but there's somebody, like I said, there's somebody in her district that she knows, that a lot of people in Jackson Heights knows that. Look, all they gotta do is say that name, is a wrap. It's all over because, wait a minute. Catalina's not my best friend, but she always like to brag that Catalina's her best friend. Callie's her best friend, and so.
Okay.
Street Vendor Project.
You seem to be talking the whole time. Are you
Yeah.
doing that? Because that's gonna. My microphone's.
Oh no! I'm gonna be quiet when it's over.
All right.
Yeah, I know. I don't do that type of shit. I'm not these other people. I hate that shit too. I hate that shit too.
Just trying to keep a little space.
Yeah. No problem. I'm not gonna talk over it. So, there's a lot of she have a Pinkertons. She have her Pinkertons out here. Like, I can see you see the clip right there. That's a gun. He has the clip on his fucking thing. That's a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, at the end of the day, like, she don't understand. Like, look, like, to keep it 100, people going to attack her for, like, being tied to Hiram Montserrat. I mean, I can't.
Are we not using the orange ones? I was gonna say, I definitely want to make it. I'm gonna switch
So
out.
she had like 2 Pinkertons. Like, at the end of the day, like,
Like we're friends and family.
Just take a picture.
so like I said, this is a bad turnout. Like, this is a good crowd number, but the turnout is not what expected yet. Only a Street Vendor Project, and that's it. But like I said, they all.
Hey, give me. Hello. Hey, ready? Thank you.
You approved it? Looks good? Looks right? Good. I'm glad. Okay, good morning, New York City! Good morning! I am so honored and excited to be standing here to introduce the newest entry into the 2025 Democratic mayoral primary, Jessica Ramos! I've worked for Jessica Ramos for 3 years. I love my job. I love the work we do together. She fights for working people, and she's the same person she is with her neighbor as she is in the halls of Albany. You know what you're going to get with Jessica. She has a strong moral center, and she is the candidate we need, the first female mayor of New York. I am so excited to launch this campaign with her, and I can't wait to see the work she does over the next 9 months to unify our city, to bring us together, to fight for working families. Let's give it up for Jessica Ramos! Thank you, Astrid. Buenos dias, everyone. Buenos dias! I'm Jessica Ramos, and I am running to be the next mayor of the city of New York. You know, over the past several months, I have talked about how New Yorkers deserve a real vigorous debate about how City Hall and the administration of our city has been handled for the past few years. And yesterday, I added my voice to that debate. And now I stand here before you with my family, my partner, my sons, my friends, my neighbors, and my supporters to set the stage for what we are going to do to win together over the next 9 months of this Democratic primary. There's a cloud hanging over many New Yorkers. We never fully healed from the pandemic, and we're working harder than ever before without that American dream getting any closer. I hear from New Yorkers every day that many feel they're losing faith, both in our institutions and the promise of this city. Truly, this is the greatest city in the world. And it's the greatest city in the world because we have the greatest people in the world. The bravest come here and are able to call it home. And to me, this campaign largely will be my love letter to the city. I want every single voter and every single New Yorker, whether they can vote or not, to feel that we are deserving of a new day, that we are embarking on a path together towards a New York City that works for everyone without exception. The past few years have been difficult. There have been poor choices made from the person at the helm of our city. Our schools have been defunded, our streets and sidewalks have been neglected, and we feel that especially in my district on Roosevelt Avenue. Many of our favorite local businesses and restaurants are being forced to close. Our rent and housing prices are soaring to record highs. It's unsustainable, and nobody is doing anything about it. So now it's up to us to turn this around. Throughout my career in public service, which has been half of my life, 20 years, when I started working 20 years ago at 250 Broadway as a city council staffer during the Bloomberg administration, when I worked in City Hall, that nice, beautiful building behind me, and now the near 7 years I've been in the New York State Senate, I have learned how to organize, I have learned how to hustle for my neighbors and how to hold your principles close when you're faced with tough decisions, and especially when you have opponents with bottomless bank accounts. I'm the proud daughter of Colombian immigrants who worked as a seamstress. My mother worked as a seamstress in Astoria. My dad worked as a printing pressman on the Upper East Side. And now I'm here with all of you, a state senator, the chair of the Labor Committee, running for mayor of the city of New York. Now, when I'm mayor, you won't see me spending my evenings at exclusive nightclubs. I prize sleep way too much for that. But more than anything, you'll see me out on the streets talking to people where they are, and at home, checking homework as the mother that I am. People talk a lot about grinding, and many New Yorkers identify with the grind and the hustle that it takes to make a living here in New York. But that's precisely the kind of hustle that I bring and that I believe we need to bridge our city's divide and deliver for New Yorkers. From the most basic of services like picking up garbage and paving potholes, yes, I want to make sure we do that, but also about finally inching closer and achieving universal child care for parents and children. I have a record to run on. The minimum wage is going to increase every January because of the bill that I passed. Worker safety is now paramount and legally protected because of many bills that I've passed. More New Yorkers have paid leave because we work together to make that happen. And thousands of parents have gained access to child care support because of my work at the city and the state level. I've stood up for my constituents when billionaires have tried to exploit us, and I will continue to do just that across the 5 boroughs. I've brought together stakeholders to get things done, bridging the gap between labor and business, and the diverse communities and immigrant communities that I've had the honor to represent. I've developed a reputation for being a hard worker, someone with an open door policy who will give it to you straight, even if people don't always love it. Over the next 9 months, you're gonna see just how hard I work. Not just me, but my team as well. I plan to earn every vote by getting to every corner of this great city. It's the city I love. I love talking to people. I love New Yorkers, and bringing together a coalition of New Yorkers who want to move our city forward is exactly how we make it to our primary day in June. Ladies and gentlemen, New Yorkers, it is a new day for New York. It is time for us to get it together. Let's bring it home. I am ready to be the next mayor for the city of New York.
Q&As, question and answers.
Thank you. And we will take questions.
All right, so my name is Christopher Leon Johnson. I know this is kind of a controversial question. People on Twitter already are attacking you for being tied to a controversial political figure named Hiram Montserrat. How will you respond to those people that will say that they're not going to vote for you because you used to work for Hiram Montserrat? Everybody knows he's a controversial poll. He's a perennial candidate. So how you respond to that? And one more, and after that, a second question is, how do you feel about one of your colleagues in State Assembly, Callie DeCruz, backing up one of your opponents, Zelma Myrie? Everybody's complaining about that. Jeff Colton featured out Politico recently, yesterday, about a picture of, yeah.
So one at a time. I began my career in public service as a city council staffer for former councilman Hiram Montserrat. I left in 2008 before he was investigated, accused, or found guilty of his wrongdoing. So I believe that having left in 2008, I have actually done a lot of work to make a name for myself and the record that I carry and the style of representing my constituents in the way that I do. So no matter who I've worked for, I am my own woman, and I have a record to run on, and that is what I'll be doing over the next 9 months. And with regard to any of my colleagues are open to supporting any of the candidates that are running for office. We have ranked choice voting. This will be the second mayor's race with ranked choice voting. And so I, of course, would love for everyone to have me as #1 on their ballot. I understand that in a democracy that's unlikely, and I will be fighting for every vote.
And one more thing, follow. Wait, one more question. Wait, one more question.
Two
All
questions,
right,
and then we gotta give somebody else.
all right, no problem. Okay.
Jeff, do you have questions?
Sure. The mayor's looking for a new police commissioner. Have you thought about what you would be looking for in a police commissioner, who you would appoint yourself?
That's a great and really important question because New Yorkers are so concerned about our public safety right now. The person we want as NYPD commissioner is someone preferably who comes from the NYPD and understands our streets. I would also want someone who is reform-minded and understands how we can move our department forward with different types of meaningful investments. I believe in investing in our police officers, making sure that they're safe so that they can keep us safe. That's the only way that that's going to work. And perhaps a little less on robots and other toys that are yet to be proven to actually keep us safe. I'm a big fan of investing in actual human beings. Javier?
Yeah.
Yes.
Immigration is a big issue in this time. How do you want to fix the problems on Roosevelt Avenue, like garbage, prostitution, etc.?
Yeah, you know, as state senator, I have not been able to delve into a lot of those topics because I haven't had the power to increase funding for the sanitation department or for the NYPD because they're city agencies. And actually the neglect that we've seen along Roosevelt Avenue and in other corners in the city are a big reason why I'm running for mayor. I have long criticized the mayor's handling of our budgets that have resulted in fewer trash cans, less trash pickup, a dedication for our NYPD and our detectives to actually look into the vast human trafficking that is happening in our city. I think that deserves a lot more attention. Many of the women who are doing sex work are not doing it because they want to. It's because they feel they have to, because they don't feel safe. So making sure that they feel safe enough to come out and talk about the people who are holding them captive or holding their passports, as what we've seen, is really, really important. But all of this takes the mayor's full attention. And it's impossible for a mayor to give such important issues like that full attention when they're distracted by so many federal investigations around their administration. So we want someone who is transparent, we want someone who is honest, who has integrity, so that we can respond to those and the many quality of life issues that have been neglected around the city.
You mentioned the investigations into Mayor Adams' staff. How do you think that's affected city workers and the city initiatives they're working towards?
I think we've seen morale be very low. There are city agencies who still have a high rate of vacancy. They've had trouble recruiting new civil servants to address the needs of New Yorkers. That's also part of the neglect of the streets that we've seen. And quite frankly, the first example, clear example that we saw of just how distracting these investigations can be is when Mayor Adams turned around his plane on the tarmac in Washington, D.C., when one of his campaign staffers was investigated by the FBI. He was on his way to a meeting with President Biden's chief of staff and other mayors to discuss the needs that our cities have because of the migrant influx. And so it's a clear example as to why these investigations get in his way. But also the need for our mayor to be the biggest and loudest cheerleader for New York City with the White House. That is a big part of the job description because we are the greatest city in this nation. We count on the federal government to pitch in when it comes to our infrastructure and our transportation. I have neighbors here with me whose homes were ravaged by Hurricane Ida. And, you know, FEMA didn't deliver on its complete promise to get up to $34,000 for each homeowner to take care of their damage. We had to fight tooth and nail for every dollar that our neighbors received. And so I will also be talking over the next 9 months a lot about the relationship that we should see between City Hall and the White House. All right, Ryan, Eagle.
Talking a lot about the distractions. How much of this campaign do you feel like will be about those distractions and what's going on in City Hall rather than issues?
Well, I'm honestly hoping that it doesn't take up too much of the time, because ultimately New Yorkers just want to hear that their taxpayer dollars are being used appropriately, right? That our taxpayer dollars are resulting in the delivery of the services that we expect in return for our contribution. So hopefully there will be fewer scandals and much more substance.
Time TV, question? No? Do you have a question, sir? In the red?
Want to do something in Spanish?
Sí, puedo hablar español, claro.
Wait.
Our sister station is 47.
Me parece muy bien. Bueno, muy buenos días. Mi nombre es Jessica Ramos y hoy anuncio mi candidatura para ser la próxima alcaldesa de la ciudad de Nueva York. Orgullosamente soy hija de inmigrantes colombianos que llegaron aquí hace muchas décadas. Yo he tenido el privilegio de ser nacida y criada en el distrito que represento en Queens, en donde estoy criando también mi familia. Y hemos visto cómo la ciudad ha dejado atrás las necesidades y la calidad de vida que nos merecemos nosotros los neoyorquinos. Hemos dado como por ejemplo la avenida Roosevelt en Jackson Heights, pero la verdad es que vemos ese desorden en otras partes de la ciudad también. Es una ciudad que no hemos terminado de sanar después de la pandemia, así que creo que hay que reconocer las necesidades, especialmente con salud mental, que es algo que no habíamos hablado en inglés, y muchas otras cosas que nuestra gente está viviendo el día a día. Así que tenemos 9 meses antes de llegar a las primarias demócratas y espero poder tener estas conversaciones con mis vecinos, con todos los neoyorquinos en cada rincón, en los 5 condados. Vamos a estar haciendo campaña y trayendo nuestro mensaje a los votantes.
All right, to wrap it up, let's hear it one more time for Jessica Ramos! She's going to need your support. Over the next 9 months, she has to hit every corner of this borough. That means she needs your grassroots donation. If you live in the 5 boroughs, your donation has an 8-to-1 match. www.ramosfornyc.com/donate.
I think it's important to remind everybody that unlike my state Senate campaign, we have public matching funds in the city races, and for every dollar that is donated, we get $8 more. So $10 becomes $90. That's really important, and actually public matching funds is also a topic that might become an important issue as we continue to see Eric Adams and whether he'll actually qualify for matching funds in a way that that he shouldn't because of the investigations he's been going through for his past campaign. But this campaign is one that comes from the people of the city of New York. So I'm going to need all of my neighbors and supporters to step up and give us a few dollars and a few hours of your time to volunteer as we start hitting train stations, as we start hitting doors, as we start calling our fellow New Yorkers in all of the languages that we speak. And I hope with your support to make it and become the next mayor of the city of New York. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. Gracias a todos.
You can sign up to volunteer or donate over here.
Everybody go to Ryan.
All right, let's
Sign up to volunteer.
Donuts.
Thank you. He's over there by the Ryan, do you want to get your other questions? You would have lost?
Let me get, I'm good. All right, I think that's it. Like I said, it was a good turnout. I mean, not that like expected. Like I said, a lot of these nonprofits are scared of Brad Pander. They are scared of Pander. I got my questions out, trying to ask her about Cuomo, what happened if Cuomo jumps from the race, but I'll get that next time. But like I said, RCB, like I said, if they work together and don't vote Adams, they're screwed. He's out. Adams out the door. So what you got to say about this?
Oh, thank you, sir. I would say that Ms. Ramos is right on time because guess what? This Eric Adams is a big disappointment with all the multiple, departmental heads under FBI scrutiny, and it's really extraordinary. And I think it's urgent that people like her and others step forward now, because we love New York and we hate to see this go on. And I think Mayor Adams is a disappointment, especially to the black community, etc., who invested such high hopes in him, only to betray them in this unkind way. So I want to thank you for allowing me. I sort of stumbled into this, obviously, by accident, but certainly I would like to see her have a chance, like right now.
Yeah.
That, Eric Adams needs to resign, quite frankly. And we need to start pushing. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I like what he's good. It's medicine. People like Ramos stepping forward now is like medicine. I want to thank you, brother. God bless.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So we got Trump support. Like I said, I think a lot of people, we all get to, what I could say, well, I'm independent. I work for no publication. But when you get to everything, people, everybody want Adams out the door. He's toxic. He's really toxic. Adams. Yeah. So Adams really toxic. So let's make that clear.
He's got swimming classes.
Anyone Colombian who wants to be in the Colombian picture?
So yeah, there's a lot of people. Like I said, Adams is really toxic. He's really toxic, and like our time is up. And like I said, I was trying to ask the third question about what happened if Cuomo jumps in the race, but you never know. But I'll get that next time. Yeah.
I mean, this man at this point to cling to power, it's so sad because, he's gonna play the card of racism.
Mm-hmm.
Is he gonna do that or not?
He will.
And look, and all the departmental heads, gee whiz, kind of takes your breath away, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So I'm not hallucinating.
Mm-hmm.
And in New York City, I know the Democrats are very strong, and he's top dog, but it's too much.
Yeah.
And we're New York. We love New York. This is our home. And don't you play with us, no matter who you are, Republican, Democrat. We need to take care of our city. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't come here to disrupt.
No, you didn't do it.
You see what I just did?
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
it's not about her.
Yeah.
So I assume she's a Democrat.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I hope she,
Yeah, she succeeds.
And who else? Who else we got in the
Zelno Myrie.
Who?
Zelno
Come here, man.
State Senator Zelno Myrie.
Go ahead. I heard that name.
Scott Stringer.
Oh, him. Yeah.
Brad Lander. And I think that's
They're
it.
not corrupt.
It depends how you look at it. I can't make that opinion.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
And your name, my name is Big Garrett.
Christopher. My name is Christopher Leon Johnson.
Christopher
Leon Johnson. Your name is Big Garrett?
Christopher Leon Johnson. All
Yeah.
right.
What's your name? Garrett?
Big Garrett from Staten Island, Big G.
Big G.
And I'm notorious out there.
Yeah.
I used to be way out. But anyway, no, I don't want to distract you from.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
But you know what I'm saying. This
Yeah.
is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Has there ever been is this worse than Boris Tweed or what?
Yeah.
You hear about Boris Tweed.
Mm-hmm. I heard
You hear
him.
about Jimmy Walker. But I think this might take the cake,
Yeah.
And, what's next? what shoe is going to drop next?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Crazy.
Is he going to come out? Do we have to, like, you know, clinging, you know, kicking and screaming? You know, you had your chance, dude.
Yeah.
And you blew it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, if you had some sense of self-respect, but that doesn't seem, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to hang with Reverend Sharpton. I used to do that. And, you know, police brutality, I don't agree with Trump. And when he went after Colin Kaepernick and all that, I wasn't with that. I got down with Trump. He wants peace in Ukraine.
Yeah.
That's why. Now, but wait. Now, is Eric Adams, like, you know, remember Michael Jackson getting caught with the little kids?
Yeah.
He shows up at the house of judge. Now, I like Reverend Adams.
Mm-hmm.
I like him. You know, and he liked me. And so on. But I would deal with this is terrible.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. And what's the excuse? He says, oh, what, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we got busy lives to lead. We don't have time for all this crazy shit. Excuse my language.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
But you know, I mean, Jesus, you know. This morning, it's funny, I just stumbled across on the ferry. And I said, I'll be the one. Even if I'm alone. I'm gonna go outside the gate, then I see this. So I figure, hey, you know.
Yeah.
So she's, you know, she's gonna lead the charge? Good. That's all. I'll get out of her way.
Yeah.
You know, I'll get out of her way. Good for her.
Yeah.
Jessica Ramos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
You know, anything's better at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no, you're doing good work, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
I like you because you put.
Yeah.
So, what news outlet are you?
Independent. I'm on Twitter and social
yeah,
media.
Yeah, that's
So
the
it's gonna be ran. Don't worry about it.
No, exactly.
Uncut.
Man.
So don't worry about it. I don't edit anything.
No.
I hate editing shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mhm.
I used to do college radio.
Yeah.
I had 20 minutes a week, you know.
Mhm.
Well, 40 minutes. You know.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've been there.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, it's great to meet you, bro.
Same to you. Thank you.
You know, and I have a hunch things are going to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank you.
There's going to be a lot of, you know, it ain't going to be like it was, right?
Yeah.
The same old.
Mhm.
And, you know, I don't know. It's like, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want this guy to fail. But what is he? What has he won?
Yeah. Yeah. I understand. Uh huh. Yep. Thank you.
No,
Thank you,
brother Leon John.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
I didn't sleep last night.
Nah, it's okay. You're up. Don't matter. You're still here. You're still up. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you're up. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day. Hey, no problem, man. Hey, no problem, Jeff. Yeah, we got to get that out. Yeah, we got to get that out of here. You know what I mean? So Jeff Colton, he's the reporter for Politico. Politico does great work. We got Pinkertons here. Like I said, like I had to get that. I want to take a picture of it, by the way. When I get a chance. I'm still for mayor. Fuck this. So, yeah, I'm done. Take care.